troubles for the royal family. Following King Charles and Kate Middleton, Princess Anne is also forced to change her schedule. All to blame for the accident that happened on June 23 last year with one of her favorite horses. After a brief recovery, the daughter of the late Queen Elizabeth has returned home to her Gatcombe Park estate, but is not yet ready to return to public life. Several events next week have already been cancelled. As of July 7th, Princess Anne's upcoming events are no longer listed on the Royal Diary website, which records all royal family gatherings. King Charles' sister will observe a period of rest to recover as best as possible from the accident. Instead, a visit is scheduled for July 15th and 16th to the NLV ship Pharos off the west coast of Scotland, where Anne has been invited because of her role as patroness of the Northern Lighthouse District. Although this reception may also be cancelled, it will all depend on how Anne's recovery goes and whether she can count on a green light from doctors. Meanwhile, Princess Anne's children, Zara and Peter, born from her failed marriage to Captain Mark Phillips, are back in the public eye after their mother's accident. Last weekend, Zara Phillips, who is as fond of horses as her parents, got into the saddle of her stallion to take part in the Aston Le Walls International. Peter Phillips was instead spotted at the British Grand Prix at the Silverstone circuit. Queen Elizabeth's eldest grandson appeared without his new girlfriend Harriet Sperling, who he has been linked to for several months. In April last year, Peter split from Lindsay Wallace after a 3-year relationship. He was previously married to Odom Kelly, from whom he has daughters Savannah, 13, and Ayla, 12. Peter and Zara were not given royal titles per their mother's wishes because she wanted them to grow up free and unencumbered by an important name and the responsibilities associated with it. However, this choice does not exclude them from the line of succession. Peter is currently 18th and Zara 21st. Princess Anne, an accomplished rider who competed in the 1976 Olympics in Montreal, was walking on her Gloucestershire estate when she was involved in an accident. Emergency services were quickly on the scene and the princess was transferred to Southmead Hospital for treatment. The exact cause of her injuries have not yet been determined, but Anne's paramedics have stated that her head injuries are consistent with a possible blow to the head or legs of a horse. Apparently, the princess was walking within the secure perimeter of the Gatcombe Park estate when the accident occurred. Her husband and children were with her at the time. The royal family is no stranger to public scrutiny, and the latest string of events has only heightened that scrutiny. Following the recent upheavals involving King Charles and Kate Middleton, Princess Anne is now also facing disruption to her schedule. This development dates back to an accident on June 23 last year involving one of her favorite horses, which cast a shadow over her public appearances. Princess Anne, known for her resilience and dedication, has returned to her Gatcombe Park estate after a brief recovery. However, it is clear that she is not yet ready to resume her public duties. As of July 7th, her upcoming events are noticeably absent from the Royal Diary's website, indicating that a period of rest is necessary for her full recovery. Among the cancelled events are several scheduled for next week, indicating the seriousness of her condition. However, there is a tentative plan for her to visit the NLV Pharos ship off the west coast of Scotland on July 15th and 16th, depending on her health and doctor's approval. In the meantime, Princess Anne's children, Zara and Peter Phillips, have gone public, perhaps filling the void left by their mother's temporary departure. Zara, an accomplished rider in her own right, has continued to compete, reflecting the family's deep connection to the sport. Her recent appearance at Aston Le Walls International emphasizes her commitment to maintaining a normal life, despite the family's current adversity. Peter Phillips, on the other hand, was spotted at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, albeit without his new girlfriend Harriet Sperling. His personal life has also been in the spotlight, especially after his breakup with Lindsay Wallace and his previous marriage to Odom Kelly. Despite these personal issues, Peter's presence at such high-profile events demonstrates the Phillips siblings' determination to uphold their public roles, even in the face of personal and family adversity. The accident itself, shrouded in some mystery, has raised concerns about Princess Anne's well-being. While the exact cause of her injuries remains uncertain, paramedics have suggested that her head injuries are consistent with a possible collision with a horse. The incident occurred within the secure perimeter of Gatcombe Park, adding an element of surprise and concern given the controlled environment. Princess Anne's legendary equestrian career, including her participation in the 1976 Olympics, highlights her lifelong passion and dedication to horse riding. This latest incident is therefore particularly poignant, as it intertwines her personal passion with the physical risks inherent in the sport. Reflecting on these events, one cannot help but admire the resilience of the royal family, especially Princess Anne, in overcoming such turbulent times. Her decision to put her health above her responsibilities is a prudent one, emphasizing the importance of self-care, even for those in the public eye. Moreover, the active public roles that Zara and Peter have taken on in the midst of these challenges show a family resilient and adaptive, continuing to fulfill their roles and responsibilities with grace. In conclusion, while Princess Anne takes the necessary time to recover, the royal family continues to show resilience and unity. This period of rest is crucial to her well-being, and the support of her family and the public will undoubtedly play a significant role in her recovery. The coming weeks will be indicative not only of Princess Anne's health, but also of how the royal family will cope with another chapter of public and personal adversity.